Thank you, Mr. Basin. First, let me tell you, it is the entire work of the team in Delhi which has worked for this summit. I have really not contributed for this summit, excepting a few guidelines here and there. But the real work has been done by Mr. Basin and Dr. Vivek Lal and his team. That's undoubtedly a very hard work in a short period of time. Honorable Mr. Stephen J. White, Deputy Chief of the Embassy of US. We have Aaron Sheldos over here, Mr. Mark Renon. Of course, I should have thanked Mr. Dhanendra Kumar also. He's not there, but I'd like to thank him for being here. My colleagues, Mr. Basin, Vivek Lal, Mr. Gautam, and of course, from the head office, Mr. Chopra. My dear fellow members of the chambers, invitees, participants, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, media, our very senior national presidents of the chambers whose presence has always been so important that they have steered the chamber for so many years. They are here, and all my other senior colleagues, executive council members, and all the more, the entire staff of the IACC. I welcome you all over here on this yearly auspicious occasion of holding this summit, the 6th time in a row. This is an annual event and a flagship event for IACC. It has been going on for the past 6 years, excepting once which was held in Mumbai. 5 times it has been held in Delhi. The summit has really conveyed and delivered a lot of things to the business community, to our members, non-members, and to the industry, trade and business at large. We are going through such a crucial time in our relationship with US. It's at its best now. And the global meltdown, which we thought will take a long time to get over, seems to have lessened its effect, both in US and of course India was relatively less affected. Probably I would like to thank our leaders and the head of our department, the Reserve Bank, for having taken a conservative approach in our financial system, which is one of the reasons where India is not affected to that extent. When I took over as the president of the chamber on 30th of September, we are supposed to give our views for the next 1 year as to what I would be carrying on for the next 1 year. Indo-American chamber, which is there for the past 40 years. Out of these 40 years, I have been with it for the past 26 years. I have seen various aspects of India's relationship with US. I also remember the time when we were frantically moving, going to US, trying to search out for the possible collaborations, joint ventures. And at that point of time, probably because of our relations with the USSR, for any other reason, we were not able to move things so much in US as what we could do it today. We have such a good response from the US now with the signing of the nuclear agreement, which all started off. with an excellent proactive effort by Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, who had to really push hard to go through all that. And subsequent to that, we have the blessings of the President Obama also, who's also endorsed the agreement, and also we are going ahead. Of course, I feel I was thinking that the space, the pace is little less. I don't know the reason for that, but as such, we are too eager to move forward as early as possible. But I feel this is the opportune time now. The government which is in existence in India now has started off its term. It's close to about 2 years now. They have another 3 years to go. And India being a democratic country, we cannot predict what is going to happen after 3 years when the next election comes through. So I had initiated an idea. I had given an idea to my colleagues in the chamber saying that why can't India become the next global manufacturing hub? As we all know, China has grown by leaps and bounds, and India's presence in the global market has mostly been in the service sector. We are very strong in our software because of a large bank of engineers, experts, and basically being an English educated country where English is one of the languages which is we study right from the school, college and the higher education level. This has really given a very strong position for India all over the globe, and particularly with US. We already have this, a major presence in US. But what I feel is manufacturing is the ultimate relationship what we can have with any country as such. A service sector, the exit route of a service sector is much more easier, could be done at a faster rate depending upon the various political, economic and other considerations. There could be change in the government policies as what we could see. President Obama is trying to favor most of these outsourcing. He is not in favor of it as such. So all this service sector, we have to be a little careful in these things. But whereas if we really go and look at the manufacturing sector, once if a manufacturing relationship, either outsourcing, contract manufacturing, or direct participation in the country when the infrastructure is built up, it's going to exist for years and years and could grow into a really long-term relationship wherein it will provide huge employment almost on a permanent basis to engineers, technicians and various other people. I feel we have a very huge and large infrastructure already in place. Every state has developed dozens of special economic zones. The facilities are there. In particularly what I happen to know of the state of Andhra Pradesh from where I am, they have earmarked hundreds and hundreds of hectares of land with huge development programs which could take us to places where probably, we could become the leaders in the manufacturing sector also. So what I felt was there was a gap, what I could see between what we have offered to these people and what is being known to the people in the US. So we have to move forward and make IACC as an agency which would deliver these goods and educate the business community in USA as regards to the various facilities, various systems, and the various other options available to them in India to come and join us as either joint venture partners or on their own, because we have all the facilities available which China could offer to any of those organizations in US. For this, we are already creating specialized desk in IACC. We are on the path of creating all these, and some initiatives have already been taken up. We have spoken to some of the state governments to join us in delivering this to our counterparts in US. And I'm hopeful we'll be able to do a good job in the next 1 to 2 years to come through and try and place India as one of the largest global manufacturing hub in the near future. This initiative, I felt it is very, very important, and this is our thrust area. As we have seen this Indo-US summit also, we are covering up a very wide range of topics here, starting one of the very important topics which starts is infrastructure. As you see, infrastructure is a very, very important aspect for any development to come through. Even for the development of industry, we have taken special care in this particular area, and we have selected out excellent, well-performing people to speak to you during the next 2 days. We have aviation, aerospace, where we have the best of the people. Dr. Vivek Lal is there with the Boeing, and he's the best person who can tell you, both from the US side as well as from the Indian side. And we are also laying emphasis on the small and medium enterprise sector. India being a country where we have a large and a huge number of SME, which provides a very large number of employment to a country, which is the dire need of a country, both in terms of a political will and even on the agenda of almost all the political parties. The first point is provision of jobs to our various people. This being in mind, SME sector, we have formed an SME forum headed by, it is being chaired by one of our colleagues, Mr. Baljit Sopti, who's also a well-experienced manufacturing man. We have formed this, and this year we have planned to have an international seminar in Hyderabad during the later part of the year, wherein we would like to invite a lot of people from the SME sector in US and have a very good B2B meetings, interactive sessions with the entrepreneurs in India and also with the various state governments in India. So we'll try to work it out as closely as possible, and it should be in a way that we should really produce results and get things going. This will be our major thrust area during the year, and I have the support of all my colleagues in the chamber. We had an executive council meeting yesterday wherein I have received full support of all my seniors over here, the national past presidents, and also all my colleagues in the executive council, which is the governing body of the IACC. With this, we would like to move forward as fast as possible, because I feel it is the time now. If we don't catch up, still we are too late. But nevertheless, we don't want to miss the bus and would like to go ahead as early as possible. These 2 sessions should go meaningful. We will try to give you feedback on the sessions, and we'll try to do our best to give you everything possible. And the speakers are very well selected from the respective areas. They are leaders in their own way. With this, I feel you'll have a very good 2 days of working session, and wish you all the best to come through. Thank you.